As someone who wasn't able to play a Neo Geo Pocket growing up, I really like that SNK has decided to port these titles to newer hardware. This time around, the developers have brought their chibi fighter Fatal Fury First Contact to Switch, which shows a few advancements in terms of the developer figuring out how to get the most of the two action button system. Fatal Fury First Contact doesn't really give you much to work off of, as the game only has you choose to fight with 1 or 2 players. Selecting one player will lead you to a character roster which has 11 characters to choose from at first. Strangely, you're also tasked with choosing your CPU opponent, so if you have trouble with any of these fighters, then putting them first might be beneficial to your progress. The character roster is packed with characters from the series, including Terry and Mai, but the game also has a secret character, Lao, accessible in the 2-player mode only. Sadly, there isn't much here in terms of narratives or story unlockables, but an additional character is available to unlock after you play through the series of fights. The animations for Fatal Fury First Contact are fluid and nice to look at. Knowing that the developer was able to create such a fun fighter on this hardware is amazing. The characters each have lengthy combos and the inputs are responsive while in a fight. Characters also have special attacks, with some even using elemental abilities to cause extra damage. The fun that this specific game delivers is more on the nostalgic level, as I don't see anyone picking this game up to take it seriously. Sadly, the lack of extra things to do keep it a general straightforward fighter. It works if you enjoy the systems and animations, but if you're looking for depth, then I'm sure you can find that in another SNK game. The fighting systems are rather solid for this entry, and I felt like the developer was improving in terms of character speed and response. This allowed for more offensive gameplay styles instead of taking things slow, if only because the animations weren't as responsive in previous titles. This also shows in the lengthier combos that are fun to watch and easy to execute. Creating a fun fighter with only a D-pad and 2 buttons doesn't seem easy to pull off. However, SNK created an excellent button scheme here that allows for throws, blocks, specials, long combos, and projectiles to incorporate into your mechanics. The longer the game progresses, the tougher the enemies become, so there is an increasing level of difficulty as you make your way through the fights. As a modern release, there are some improved gameplay elements such as pixel-perfect playing options, but you can also zoom in on the screen to get a better look at the action. The developer also included a digital manual to preserve the game's history and a rewind feature to take the impact of losing off of the player and correct those mistakes. I think the sound of Fatal Fury First Contact is well crafted as the animations were. They complemented the game's various environments and give it a fun vibe overall. This also shows up in the design of the chibi characters and their facial expressions. Fatal Fury First Contact may not make you a fan of the Neo Geo Pocket fighters due to its lack of additional content, but there is a rather enjoyable fighter here for those looking for a nostalgic trip. The animations and pixel designs are gorgeous, but I couldn't help but want to do more. Noisy Pixel is giving Fatal Fury First Contact on Nintendo Switch a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.